Chapter 6. More about spreadsheets. Excel enables us to carry out various tasks from performing calculations to storing data. We will learn more about such features in this chapter. Types of data. Excel has the following data types. Number data stores whole numbers, decimals, integers, phone numbers, percentages, dates, times, characters, and currency. Excel also stores date and time as numbers. Numbers are right-aligned in a cell by default. Text data stores words, sentences, dates, times, and addresses. We do not use text data in calculations. Text data is left aligned in a cell by default. Formulas. Formulas and functions in Excel 2016 are considered the most useful features. Excel formulas enable us to perform simple and complex calculations. A formula always begins with an equal to sign. The formulas follow a basic format and all the calculations are done automatically. By using a formula, we produce new values from the existing values. Entering a formula. There are two ways to enter a formula in the worksheet. We can enter the formula directly in an active cell after typing an equal sign. After pressing the enter key, the result will be displayed in the cell. We can also enter the formula in the formula bar after selecting a cell from the worksheet. The result will be displayed in the cell after pressing the enter key. Selecting cells. We have already learned about active cell in the previous chapter. Let us recall what we learned. Selecting a cell. To select a cell, we can click on that cell. A green outline will appear on the borders of the same cell. That cell will then become the active cell. Selecting a row. Follow these steps to select a row. Step 1. Place the mouse pointer on the row header of the row. The mouse pointer will turn into an arrow. Step 2. Click on the row header and the entire row will get selected. Selecting a column. Follow these steps to select a column. Step 1. Place the mouse pointer on the column header of any column. The mouse pointer will turn into an arrow. Step 2. Click on the column header and the entire column will get selected. Selecting a range of cells. A rectangular selection of a group of cells that are next to each other is known as the range. We can define a range by the cell address of the top left cell and the bottom right cell with a colon in between them. Example, A1:B3. The cell address is unique to every cell and it is made up of a combination of a row header and a column header. For example, the cell that is selected is called cell B2 because its row is defined by the alphabet B and its column is defined by the number 2. We can edit the contents in a range of cells by selecting that range of cells. We can do it in two ways. Using the mouse, click on the top left cell and drag the mouse pointer to the bottom right cell that you want to select. The range will appear highlighted as we drag the mouse to the last cell that we want to select. All the selected cells will get highlighted except the active cell. Using the keyboard, we can also select a range by using the keyboard. Click on the first cell from the range that you want to select. Then press the Shift key and click on the last cell, diagonal from the first selected cell, from the range of cells that you want to select. Selecting multiple cells. We can select multiple cells that are not adjacent to each other. We can do so by selecting one cell and then pressing the Control key. After that, just keep on selecting the other cells that you want to select. All the selected cells will appear highlighted. Selecting the whole worksheet. We can select the entire worksheet by clicking on the triangle on top of the row header and left to the column header. You can also press Ctrl plus A keys to select the entire worksheet. Changing cell contents. We can modify the data in a cell. The process of modifying the data is known as editing. We can edit cell contents in two ways. Replacing cell contents. Follow these steps to replace the contents of a cell. Step 1. Click on that cell to make it an active cell. Step 2. Type the new data in the cell. The previous data will be replaced automatically by the new data. Using the formula bar, we can change the data partially by clicking on the formula bar or by double-clicking the cell. The cursor will appear in the cell. You can make the changes in the formula bar or in the cell itself. Press the Enter key or click on the Enter button on the formula bar. The cell contents will be changed. We can use the F2 key to edit a cell. Undo and redo commands. Undo command is used to erase the last change that we made to the worksheet. We can click on the Undo button in the Quick Access toolbar to use this feature. You can click on this button to undo the changes as many times as you want. Redo command is used to reverse the last undo command. It only works if the undo command has been used before. We can click on the Redo button in the Quick Access toolbar to use this feature. Copy and move data. We can copy and move the contents of a cell, range of cells, or the entire worksheet. Copy data. Follow these steps to copy data from an Excel sheet. Step 1. Select the cells that you want to copy. Step 2. Click on the Home tab. Step 3. Click on the Copy button from the clipboard group. You can also use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+C to copy the selected item. Step 4. Click on the cell where you want to copy the selected range. Step 5. Select the Paste button in the clipboard group. You can also use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+V to paste the copied item. Move data. Follow these steps to move data. Step 1. Select the cells that you want to move. Step 2. Click on the Home tab. Step 3. Click on the Cut button from the clipboard group. You can also use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+X to move the selected item. Step 4. Click on the cell where you want to move the selected cells. Step 5. Select the Paste button in the clipboard group. You can also use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+V to paste. Deleting cell contents. Follow these steps to delete cell content. Step 1. Select the cell or range of cells to delete. Step 2. Click on the Home tab. Step 3. Click on the Delete button from the Cells group. Select the Delete Cells option from the Delete drop-down menu. A menu with 4 options will appear. Shift cells left will delete the selected cells and shift the cells on the right side to the left side. Shift cells up will delete the selected cells and the cells below them will shift up. Entire row will delete the selected row and the row below it will shift up. Entire column will delete the selected column and shift the column on the right side to the left. Step 4. Click on the option that you prefer. Step 5. Click on the OK button. Deleting an entire row or column. Follow these steps to delete an entire row or column. Step 1. Click on the row or column header of the row or column that you want to delete. Step 2. Click on the Home tab. Step 3. Click on the Delete drop-down menu in the Cells group. A list of options will appear. Step 4. Select the Delete Sheet Rows or Delete Sheet Column option. Inserting rows and columns. Follow these steps to insert a row in a worksheet. Step 1. Select the row header where you want to insert a row. Step 2. Click on the Insert command from the Cells group on Home tab. A drop-down menu will appear. Step 3. Select the Insert Sheet Rows option. Follow these steps to insert a column in a worksheet. Step 1. Select the column header where you want to insert a column. Step 2. Click on the Insert command from the Cells group on Home tab. A drop-down menu will appear. Step 3. Select the Insert Sheet Columns option. Using Autofill feature. The Autofill feature in Excel automatically fills a series or sequence of data in rows and columns based on the data in the other cells. We can use this feature to fill a series of numbers, days, months, hours, etc. In Excel, if we hover the mouse pointer over the bottom right corner of the selected cells, the pointer changes into a plus sign. This sign is called a fill handle. Follow these steps to use the autofill feature in a series. Step 1. Type the first 2 numbers of a series. It need not start from 1. Step 2. Select the cells and move the pointer over the bottom right corner of the selection. Step 3. Click and drag the fill handle over the cells that you want to autofill. Step 4. Now release the mouse button. The cells will be filled with the series. An alternate method for the autofill feature in Excel. Step 1. Type the first number in a series. Step 2. Select the cells that you want to autofill. Step 3. Click on the Home tab. Step 4. Select the Fill button from the Editing group. Step 5. Click on Series from the Fill drop-down menu. A series dialog box will open. Enter the step value. We can also change or select other values. Step 6. Click on the OK button. Let us recall. To select a cell, we can click on that cell. A green outline will appear on the borders of the same cell. That cell will then become an active cell. A rectangular selection of a group of cells that are next to each other is known as the range. We can define a range by the cell address of the top left cell and the bottom right cell with a colon in between them. Cell address is unique to every cell and it is made up of a combination of row header and column header. Undo command is used to erase the last change that we made to the worksheet. Redo command is used to reverse the last undo command. The autofill feature in Excel automatically fills a series or sequence of data in rows and columns based on the data in the other cells. We can use this feature to fill a series of numbers, days, months, hours, etc.